Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the last Friday of November. We're ready for the big finish. 5 local teams entered play this weekend, one victory away from a state championship game. Let's start in the huddle of the Loveland Tigers tonight.
It's about the guy on your right, the guy on your left, man. And you two together, you keep fighting, and you keep fighting till it says double zeros on that scoreboard, the fourth quarter, and us more than them. Let's go! Yeah! Let's go!
Our Mark Slaughter starts our coverage from Columbus. It was the state semifinals in Ohio Division II. This was the scene at DeSales High School Stadium. Zanesville picked off a Loveland pass early in the game and turned that into a 7-0 lead. But the Tigers worked their way back. Gunnar Gamble, a 3-yard touchdown run. That tied the game after 1 quarter. The Tigers briefly grabbed the lead. This time Gamble, a 15-yard jaunt, finished a long drive. Zanesville answered 14-14 at halftime. We head to the third quarter. Loveland held Zanesville on its first possession. Then they got it back. Drew Plitt went up top to Giovanni Ricci. It covers 40 yards, and the crowd went nuts. But the Loveland kicker missed the point after. Loveland is up, but 20-14. A sobering moment because Loveland then fumbled a punt. That allowed Zanesville to score on a Jamal Gladden touchdown. The Blue Devils from Z-Town were up by a single point. Loveland then fell further behind. Next possession, Gladden going in from 38 yards out. The Blue Devils had taken a 28-20 lead. Mark Slaughter told me a lot of fans left when there was barely a minute left in the game. Here's what they missed. It's Drew Plitt, who's going to be throwing to Ricci again. 36 yards for a touchdown, and the Tigers are suddenly within 2 points. That means a 2-point conversion is needed. Plitt is going to roll to his right, and he's going to find that nobody is open. So Drew Plitt dives into the end zone for the tying score. He just, look him flip in, and we have overtime. Both teams scored touchdowns in the first extra period. Then in the second, Evan Berg, who missed that point after, redeems himself with a tie-breaking field goal. Zanesville tries to match it. They can't. Loveland is going to the state championship game in Division II. We go to Kentucky now, where the Bluebirds of Highlands, our Philip Lee was with them when they took their show on the road. A cool night in Lexington Catholic High School. The Knights, one of the perennial powers as well in the Commonwealth. But no match early for the Bluebirds. Zach Harris, real early in this game, a 21-yard touchdown run. Highlands takes control right off the bat. Then the Knights turned over the ball. Highlands quarterback Drew Huliston is on target to Jensen Feggins for a 21-yard touchdown. Highlands had the Knights in a hole in a hurry. The hole would soon get a lot bigger. Lexington Catholic turned it over again. It led to this. Huliston to Feggins again. This time 41 yards away. Great catch by Feggins. 21-0 in the first quarter. The tone of this game didn't change when the teams switched sides. Huliston this time throws to Bo Hodge on 4th down. He takes it in, 28-0 for the Birds, and it seemed like the touchdowns were coming from everywhere. One time Lexington Catholic had Highlands pinned deep, so Huliston just dropped back and found Alex Veneman. The Knights roared back in this game, but Highlands wins at 49-35. They'll play for a state title next Saturday. The closest game to Cincinnati occurred in Newport. This was the semifinal game in Kentucky's Class 2A. Newport Central Catholic and the Briar Jumpers of Somerset went back and forth all night long. Into the fourth quarter, Somerset wide receiver Cam Chevron takes a screen pass, and Cam can fly. He goes 67 yards to the end zone, tying this game at 28-all. That's just under 4 minutes to play. Newcath gets the lead. Mac Franzen to Tommy Donnelly in the corner of the end zone. Nice play. But it ain't over. The Briar Jumpers tied this game at 35 at the 2-minute mark. Castle Hatcher shovel pass to a leaping Braden McWilliams. This semifinal game, this went to overtime as well. Just kept getting better. First overtime, Franzen to Jacob Smith. The Thoroughbreds take the lead briefly. That's because Somerset gets another big play from Hatcher, throws the fade to Chevron. Yeah, he got his feet in. It's tied. We go to a second overtime. The Briar Jumpers get it first. Bryson Jones rumbles 10 yards. Somerset retakes the lead, but they missed the point after. So now it's the Breds again. Jacob Smith off left tackle. He dives into the end zone for the touchdown, and this is going to score it. Now the all-important extra point. John Cottle delivers the big boot for the Thoroughbreds. 49-48, they're going to the title game. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat in Newport tonight. Let's finish with the highlights back in Ohio. We head up Interstate 75, the semifinals for Division IV. Up to Welcome Stadium in Dayton. Clinton Massey against Kenton. On the opening drive, Massey's Chase Wolf tries to get in on the edge, and he does. He finds room along the sidelines, goes in for the score. Falcons grab a 7-0 lead. Kenton is a powerhouse year after year. They came right back. Grant Sherman drops it off to Luke Jackson, and that's a 13-yard scoring play. They miss the point after, and it's 7-6. Then into the second quarter, the Falcons of Clinton Massey threaten again, but Bailey Wolf is stopped short inside the 5-yard line. Kenton takes over on downs, and then Sherman moves them right down the field. A 97-yard drive. He finishes with another quick strike to Luke Jackson, and the Wildcats went in front 12-7. Then the Massey defense zeroed in on the Kenton quarterback. He has nowhere to go on the play. Clinton Massey is going to go back to defend its state title. The Falcons win it 21-20. Okay, one more score to be settled involving a local squad, and that's Saturday night in Division I. Defending state champion Moeller is going to play against undefeated Hilliard-Davidson at Welcome Stadium. The winner goes to the Division I championship in Canton next Saturday night. When you think about all the great successes and all the great tradition of Miami football over the years, it's a little hard to believe. The Miami Redhawks of 2013 were shut out. They didn't win a game. The Redhawks were beaten in their season finale by Ball State today, 55-14. Miami finishes 0-12, the worst season in Miami football history. Speaking of storied programs, perhaps the most storied rivalry in all of college football, Ohio State and Michigan. It takes place tomorrow in Ann Arbor. You can watch that game at noon right here on 9 on your side. It's part of a college football triple header here.